White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt held a high-profile press conference on May 29, 2025, addressing a range of contentious issues facing the Trump administration. The briefing came amid mounting legal and political challenges, including recent court rulings against the administration's tariff policies, persistent questions about President Biden's health, and ongoing humanitarian efforts in Gaza, tariff strategy, and legal setbacks. Leavitt faced pointed questions regarding two recent court decisions that struck down elements of President Trump's tariff initiatives. When asked why other countries should continue trade negotiations with the U.S. in light of these rulings, Leavitt asserted that nations worldwide have confidence in the negotiator-in-chief President Donald Trump, and expressed optimism that the administration would ultimately prevail in appeals. She emphasized that the administration had already filed an emergency appeal and was prepared to take the issue to the Supreme Court. Leavitt also claimed the president retained other authorities to implement trade policy, despite the court's findings that recent actions exceeded his legal powers. Biden health and allegations of a cover-up. Leavitt addressed questions about President Biden's health, referencing ongoing discussions within his inner circle and calls for former First Lady Dr. Jill Biden to testify about what she knew. Leavitt accused Dr. Biden of being complicit in that cover-up, citing video evidence and public appearances where, according to Leavitt, Dr. Biden shielded the president from scrutiny. She criticized the former First Lady for lying to the American people and called for greater transparency. Gaza, humanitarian aid, and U.S. policy. Turning to foreign policy, Leavitt defended the administration's efforts to provide humanitarian aid to Gaza, contrasting the current administration's approach with the previous one. She highlighted the construction of a floating aid pier, previously criticized for its cost and limited effectiveness, and emphasized President Trump's commitment to delivering aid while pursuing a ceasefire and the return of hostages. Leavitt portrayed the administration as moving the ball forward in a positive direction for all people, reiterating the president's desire for peace in the region. Domestic policy and One Big Beautiful Bill. Leavitt also fielded questions about the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill, a major legislative initiative under negotiation. She described the bill as a product of hard-fought negotiations, acknowledging that President Trump was not satisfied with all aspects but remained thrilled by other aspects of it. Leavitt confirmed that the administration was open to further Senate input and that talks were ongoing. Other notable topics. Immigration. Leavitt stated that thousands of undocumented migrants had opted for self-deportation under the administration's voucher program, encouraging others to do the same. Health policy. Addressing concerns over the accuracy of a recent federal health report, Leavitt expressed full confidence in HHS Secretary Kennedy and his team, attributing errors to formatting issues that would be corrected without undermining the report's substance. Small business relief. Leavitt reiterated President Trump's support for small businesses amid ongoing trade disputes, promising continued efforts to address their concerns. Conclusion. Leavitt's May 29th press conference underscored the administration's combative stance on trade, its willingness to challenge court rulings, and its ongoing efforts to shape public narratives on domestic and foreign policy. The briefing reflected the high-stakes environment in Washington as the Trump administration navigates legal setbacks, legislative negotiations, and persistent scrutiny over its handling of both international crises and domestic controversies.